They will stand up. Unless you stop them, they'll turn around.
Okay, they can turn around to face us.
Okay, she turns around to look at you. You can see that, it apparently is a woman boar behind the little space helmet. She's surprised as, my stars, you're the Space Patrol.
Wait, I think I know who you are. We found your kid.
Huh? That's a stereotype. I've never seen you before. I mean, this is a different person.
Yeah, but if I recall right, the kid we rescued was a boar, and his parent had been kidnapped for working to work for the space pirates. Is that correct?
But she says she hasn't seen you before. This is actually a different person. Random generator just came up with the same species.
Dang. Okay. Well, I was really thinking that was a connection there. All right.
I know. I'm sorry about that. It's a Space Patrol. Excellent. This will simplify everything.
What do you
I'm
mean?
here to help you. She says.
All right. I'll go ahead and go. So they captured you too. I understand. We're here to rescue you then.
You're not here to rescue me. You're here to destroy this entire device.
That's right. That's part of the job.
You'll need my help. It's too enormous, to take apart. Just one small team of yourself. Many of the components here are resistant to a conventional atomic weaponry.
All right. So I'm gonna definitely listen to her, and I guess I should ask, is she actually being truthful? Is this actually just a captive scientist? Or
make a roll of mind and questioning.
Yeah, hey, that's stuff I don't have. I don't think anyone has questioning. It sounds trustworthy to me.
I'm totally telling you the truth.
I believe you.
That's what I'm doing right here with this device. I'm going ahead to set up a resonant feedback interocitor that will, of course, cause these very crystals to shake themselves apart.
You scientists and your technobabble. Well, if you get started on it, let's get it going and we'll get you out of here.
I could use some help.
What do you need?
I would need someone to, if someone could give me an assist bonus by rolling mind and craft questioning.
Ralph, you sound like just the sort of person to do this.
You're building a device, not taking it apart, so you don't get sabotage.
Right.
Poor Boris needs some questioning.
And since I don't have questioning, my spider senses are not triggered, and I just
you're a team player. So she tells
I'm not
you,
a team player. I'm sorry.
Well, then she'll say, okay, I need you to hook this wire into that one. There. Excellent. And as you guys watch, no one comes by to interrupt you. She'll throw a switch, and there's a resonant hum that resonates through the floors. After that, about a minute later, a bunch of emergency lights will come on, and I guess whatever passes on the radio for an emergency siren will say, "Alert! Alert! We are under attack."
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Yes.
Well, if what she said is right, this place is gonna blow.
Yeah, she'll just smile, say, "Excellent. Thank you so much for your help. You've done a grand and glorious service in scope beyond your own understanding."
Wait, what? What am I not understanding here?
That you've only your loss was inevitable. You've only succeeded in speeding it along.
What? No, I've been tricked. You're working with Captain Zachalon the whole time.
Curses.
No, Zachalon, you think I would work for a small-minded, selfish provincial like that? I'm here for a more glorious cause. Within minutes, our own fighter ships will descend upon this place and take this glorious device for the true masters, the Thermionic Empire.
Not that I have something to say about it. Just gonna knock her out. It's just dramatic knocking out. She's just a scientist. I assume it's no
just a scientist. She's only been to the Olympics 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know. If that actually would go ahead and start a fight, now's the time.
Well, do you want to shoot her or something?
Like I said, I'm just punching her and knocking her out.
Oh, you're going to punch her. Okay. She's going to try and dodge.
Or I guess this is technically wrestling. So picking her up and throwing her to the ground.
Okay.
Do that is do. Bam.
Okay.
Got a 6 and a 5.
Oops. And I dodge.
Oh. Wow. The scientist has moves.
3-time Olympic wrestling champion.
All right, I lurch out to try to grab her and stop all of this. And,
right, you lurch to try to get her, but she dodges. I need everyone else who's here to go. Actually, I need everyone else, including Dr. Corvus, to go ahead and roll mind and observation because that's your initiative dice. Okay, I have one success. Okay, so Lancer and Ralph, you may choose to draw weapons.
Okay, I do that.
Roll that for
Wally?
Wally, yeah.
Okay, I'll roll for Wally.
Thank you.
What's going on? Wally is caught unawares.
Okay.
Okay, so after the alarm goes off and you see them punch, the two of you can go ahead and take your turns. You have weapons ready. Ralph, Lancer, an alarm is going off. You guys are standing out in the open next to whatever device is this mysterious Boar woman built.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking finding cover. If I can do that while taking the focus turn, so much better.
You want to find cover, and what was that second thing?
Hopefully be able to take a focus turn, but I think the finding cover would make that not possible.
You are correct. You either stand out in the open and focus, or you get cover.
Cover is more important.
Okay, so you run and hide behind cover. Lancer, what do you do when you see the boss swing at this woman and miss?
We're not next to any sensitive equipment, are we?
You are a few paces away from the device that she built, which is doing something.
Can I shoot the device?
You can. Go ahead and roll to shoot it. You would go ahead and roll your shooting dice, which I believe is your speed, mind, and shooting. I hope you wrote that down.
It's resistant to normal radioactives. It's like she said, and she wouldn't lie to us.
The device attempts to dodge by being an inanimate device.
Oh, man.
So
okay.
You're as good at inanimate electronics as you are against animate electronics.
I can't shoot the sign of a freaking bar.
John, when you miss, and boy, do you miss. Remember I mentioned there are crystal growths around here everywhere?
Yeah. What happens?
You shoot, and your atomic ray will hit one of the crystals, and the crystal will glow, and the atomic ray bounces off and hits another crystal, and then hits another crystal. I want everybody to roll your speed evasion.
You want speed evasion?
1 success.
It's your dodge. Well, now I want to know who the lowest roller is.
7. That would be me.
7.
No, you got an 8 on yours.
Oh, I got an 8. Okay.
I haven't rolled for poor Wally.
Oh yeah, poor Wally. Come on, Wally.
Wally has a 6.
Wally, get down.
Wally has a 6. So you and Boris are tied for a 6. Boris, you're a giant. Boris, you were shot for 2 points of damage.
Ah, no. It's a good thing I'm so big.
So I need you to soak 2 points. Please.
Otherwise, I might feel that.
And okay. And which one of those is the Astro suit die? The last one?
The last one, yes.
Okay, so your suit doesn't break. So you soak the damage, your suit doesn't break.
Lancer, watch where you're firing.
Sorry, boss.
Okay, the weird scientist Boar in her turn will move to her toolbox and pull out a concealed weapon. a thermionic ray gun. That's her turn.
Yep.
Because I have to get the gun out.
Yeah, concealable.
Okay. It's your turn, Boris.
All right. Hey, I'm still adjacent to her, and she's reeling after pulling out that device, and I'm going to aim this time.
Go ahead and bring it.
I have a 7 to wrestle her. That
That
is
is a 7 and
2
a
successes
6.
over. That is 3 damage, and I hold her.
3 damage. I need to go ahead and soak that. My suit doesn't break.
That's good.
Panic
soak?
No, I'm tapping my frenzy soak.
She's a secret agent. That's right.
Yep. Your cause is doomed. Eventually this entire weapon will be in the hands of the Thermion Empire, and we will be unstoppable.
I'm gonna turn to space dust.
Okay. Lancer, you're still standing out in the open. You missed the device. Do you want to try and shoot it again?
No, this time I'm just gonna switch over to shoot the chick.
Okay.
So let's
go ahead.
try this again.
All right, go ahead and try to shoot her. She will try to dodge.
2 successes. Highest
I have
roll is a 6.
I have a 6, and you also have a 6. That is a tie. I will claim cover from the giant who is currently grasping me.
Shoot your captain again.
Boris, I need you to roll a dodge. Unless you want to counter Lancer.
No, I'm just gonna roll a d6 here. Oh, it's a tie.
That means you're hit because you're a giant. You can't claim cover from anybody here.
I'm holding on to someone.
Since you are holding on to someone, would you say you can go ahead?
Did you just do like a reverse pivot and use her as cover?
You can try to claim cover from her, but she already dodged, and there's no double jeopardy. You're both missed.
That's true.
So when he tries to shoot her, she worms in your grasp, and you go with her, and you roll over and over, and you're both missed.
One of those slow mo moments.
Like low gravity.
One of those slow mo moments where the shot goes between you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Zoom.
We can be at this for a while.
This shot does not do a weird ricochet. Okay. Ralph, you ran to cover. Did you want to take a focus turn, or did you want to do something else?
Get closer to the device and then try to wreck the shit out of it.
I need you to make a roll at speed, craft, and sabotage. Dr. Corvus, are you standing by, or are you doing something?
Yeah, I'm standing by.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't set you a signal yet, but we should.
Wally, roll at the 8.
No, you're fine. You just run over to it and rip some wires out, and it's disabled. Do you want to disable it with extreme prejudice, or just disable it?
With the extreme prejudice.
You tear all the cables, and a short starts, and it
Come on, man. Don't be prejudiced against electronics. I am electronics.
Wally is going
you
to...
don't have the feeling to notice it.
Wally gets his gun out, steps back up against one of the incomplete crystal bulkheads, and focuses. He says, I think I hear footsteps.
Keep on guard, Wally.
I believe that is all of our heroes. Rise of our villains. No, not my ultra-wave radio. You're too late. The signal's already come out. They'll be here, and your fall is inevitable. She shouts, and then she is going to shoot. Yeah, she's going to aim and shoot.
She has to recover from reeling.
Yeah, so I have to recover from being dazed. It's different in this game. I'll recover from being
right.
dazed, and I'm going to shoot my grappler. Grappler, how will you respond to this?
Hey, I'm going to try suplexing you.
All right. I have an 8.
And a
I
number
have
of
an 8.
sevens.
It's a tie.
Ah.
It is a tie. I have 2 8s, so I will shoot you for 3 points of damage.
I'm suplexing you for 3 points. For plus 3
Okay.
damage.
All right.
Also, target escapes and is down.
I will soak one of those, and my suit doesn't break. And then, since I hit you, I recharge Frenzy Soak, so I'll tap Frenzy Soak again. She'll shout with pain, but she shoots you square in the chest. Did you soak all 2 points?
I've soaked 2 points.
All right.
Didn't you say it was 3?
Gotta watch out because your suits could break down.
Yeah, do you want to correct that? Is it 2 or 3 points?
I shot you for 3.
Oh, right. So I still need to soak 1 more.
Thermionic ray guns do +1 damage, and I had 2 8s, so that's 2 ties.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and tap Hurt Soak.
Okay. So, radiation burns. Walk them off. Walk them off. Okay. Yes, and suddenly a coming around the edge, a space pirate appears in a spacesuit, carrying a gun. Carrying a knife. Because what's going on? Thought I heard the alarm go off. And then Wally sees him, and Ralph? What's Wally's personality? Is he a spunky kid?
Yes.
Okay, Wally shoots him.
Good shot, Wally.
Unfortunately, he dodges because he's at range. Zark! There's people coming, says Wally. That is end of bad guys, rise of good guys. Captain, you were the closest to hostiles.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and aim and try to grab her again.
She is going to counter shoot you.
All right.
So you pick her up and slam her on the ground.
I'm not done with you. Back up.
Yeah, you're lucky. That's a hit.
Yeah, so that is going to be 2 damage total.
I will soak one of those, and I can't retap Frenzy Soak, because it's already tapped. So...
I thought it just refreshed, or did she get hit again?
She tapped it in the same turn.
I don't know, when we tied, I hit you, so it recharged, and I soaked it, damaged me, and suplexed me into the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and tap Astro Soak, which I have.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, it's only soaks 1 point, but still. Oof! And her helmet cracks. Okay, Don. You can hear pirates coming. The one who came in was shot at and missed. He's about 10 paces away from you. He's armed with a knife. Did we lose Hugo?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to someone else.
Sorry. It's Hugo and Ralph are up. Hugo, you are standing out in the open. You can see the boss is trying to slam the thermionic agent, and pirates are starting to show up.
All right, I start shooting at the pirates.
Okay, so there's the one with a knife. Go ahead and shoot at him.
Ugh. Oh, finally.
He has 3s, so all your 4s or better are hits. That is a 3-point hit.
About freaking time.
Okay, hold on. I got to roll for his defense or his soak. He will soak a whopping 2 of those. So he looks like he will tap his panic soak. Zark! I've been shot. So it's covering fire when you shoot and the guy cowers. You have a second action coming up. Do you want to move somewhere? Do you want to...
Yeah, I'll move to cover.
Okay, and you move to cover. Okay. Ralph, you are standing next to a pile of smoldering machinery or electronics.
As it should be. I definitely want to get their attention away from Wally, so Ralph
that guy was only panicked. He didn't go down.
Oh, he's panicked, so take a focus turn just in case I can fire upon the next guy that comes in.
Roll your mind in academics, or mind in observation. Okay, your cause is lost, shouts the mysterious agent. The sooner you surrender, the sooner you will know peace. And she shoots Blazkowicz.
All right. Well, she's currently held, so I'm going to try to crush her
Yeah,
specifically.
you're going to try and crush her. I thought so. Okay.
Yeah, nobody tells me what to do. I roll a 9.
You are so lucky.
That is 3 total points of damage, and I'm still holding on to her.
Okay. That's why you crushed her instead of suplexed her.
That's right.
Okay. All right. I have to tap my distress soak. All of my allies that are near here gain focus.
So the one guy with the knife.
No, he's not my ally. I don't actually work for these people. In other words, I tap my distress soak and say, the Thermionic Empire will revenge me. And it does nothing because I have no friends.
No one will hear your cries in space.
And that was your counterattack. The guy who got shot is going to move behind the wall and shout on his radios, "They've got guns! We need people with guns down here!" There's it's the Space Patrol because they saw you.
Oh boy. Things are starting to get high here, Captain.
No, I would like to shoot him before he does all that with an interrupt.
Go ahead and take your shot.
Do I have
I
tactics?
have an 8 due to range.
Let's see it.
Yeah, he's too fast for you.
Oof.
Okay, so he ducks and you shoot and zoom. Hold on. You will shoot the wall and the atomic ray hits one of the crystals. I need everyone to roll speed evasion.
No, not again.
It's one of those
5.
good old don't shoot guns in the spaceship / submarine
6.
moments.
Wally has a 4.
Poor Wally.
Ralph has a 5.
Is Wally really going to get redshirted in this session?
Probably not, because we give allies distress soak. Wally is panicked. I've been hit!
Damn it.
Yeah, Wally will tap panic soak before he taps distress soak. So, okay, then the atomic bounces around. That's why they didn't give us guns, by the way. Okay, and he goes back and calls for help. Okay, end of bad guys, rise of good guys. You're crushing the Thermionic agent.
Yes, that's right. With wrestling, I'm going to throw her up the shaft with 0 Gs and just out into space. Whether or not
she die. All right, she attempts to shoot you.
Oh no, that's a 1 on wrestling. I still succeeded.
Wow.
However, I may want to roll that anyway because I do have the ability to, and it's a D12.
Yeah,
there we go. So that's
kind of hilarious.
So that is going to be 4 damage as I throw her up the 0 G shaft.
Okay, well, I've got bad news and good news. The bad news is the damage you do from throwing is when they hit something. So if you throw someone into space, they don't take any damage. The good news is you throw her into space.
She's gone. Goodbye.
So yeah, and she'll
Same difference.
End over end. It's spinning down. There's the big central. Her reflecting in the cylinder as she starts to zoom out into space.
That's returned.
So much for your master plan.
Yeah. So, John, did you want to focus and wait for bad guys to show up, take cover, or do something else?
I thought I already took cover.
Okay, well, you are buying
Brand
cover
new
then.
turn.
Do you want to wait for enemies to show up, or do you want to do something else?
Signal Corvus, please.
Yeah. I signal Corvus. Like, Corvus, we're in a tight spot right now, Corvus.
Are you gonna tell him to deploy the atomic bomb?
Is that what you want, Captain? Are we on a go right now? Is it go
We
time?
at least need the ship. We need to get on it.
It's the only way to be sure.
Well, what do
I say we head back to the ship and nuke the site from orbit.
So what do you want to tell Dr. Corvus to do?
Prep the missile.
Roll a d12 for me, please.
Oh boy.
I gotta make sure your radio works.
Yep, that's
What?
it works.
Your radio is
Yeah,
like the perfect
I can try.
radio. It's like the first one that I made, so
Dr. Corvus, you get an order from Lancer to prepare the missile.
I'm preparing the missiles since before they left.
Well, I see.
Okay.
It's like that's a message of annoyance. Like when you're a kid, your parent tells you to do something you were already doing. Clean your room. My room's
You
clean.
can just you can reply with "duh."
To clarify, the missile is prepped, but the storage area is still closed. So you want to open the storage bay.
Right? Yeah. Well, yeah,
Okay,
because
so you
I
start-
couldn't open it before because that would give away the whole sensor game that we've been playing.
Right. So you start opening the bay, and that's going to take. Okay. That was Lancer's turn. Ralph,
All right. I'm
do
gonna
you want to
try to-
rally Wally,
I
or
will
do you want to
try.
focus?
I'm gonna try to rally Wally.
All right. Make a roll of will and tactics. You succeed.
Dumb, come here with me.
Okay, and what's your second action? Do you guard?
Yes.
Okay, Wally will move to where you are and guard. Okay, rise of bad guys. I have bad news and I have good news. The bad news is, in order to prevent myself, the thermionic agent, from floating away into space, I could tap my Astro Soak to prevent such a hazard from happening to me.
Unfortunately, you already did.
I already did, so I soar up into space.
Goodbye.
I need you. I will attempt one more shot. I need you, Boris, to roll with a bonus dodge roll with a bonus 2d12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty far way through. The 2d12 will come in handy.
The shot goes wild.
Oh no, she missed a shot in the reflective corridor.
Well, no, but instead of hitting the crystals, she shoots the glucinium polish, and oh, what the hell? No, it doesn't hit anybody. It's just the
Okay.
shots go wild, and she floats off into space. That guy who like shouted the warning and ducked out, somebody does appear in the hallway. No one has focused to interrupt them. This is a space pirate, but he's got his armor is sort of painted up and much more scuffed. And what's more important about this is that he has a gun.
Oh no.
He's going to look in the room and see. Well, you're a hulking. Boris is a hulking brute, but
Very
both
true.
Ralph and John have weapons. Ralph, you're next to a smoking pile of machinery. I'm gonna shoot Ralph.
Oh boy.
Ralph, I am at short range. You could dodge and claim cover, or you could shoot.
I'm going to dodge and claim cover. And my guarding
Okay.
bonus.
Go ahead and roll your speed, evasion, and a bonus 2d8.
I still have that 2d8.
Okay. I was about to say I have bad news and I have good news. The bad news is we'd be tied, but the good news is you have cover, so that we'd hit the cover. But you don't want it to hit the cover because the cover you're made out of reflective glass. Yeah. Okay.
There
You
you go.
missed. Zark. They're in the big chamber thinger, says that guy. Comes out and shoots. That guy is joined by a second guy who is focus, who steps out and has focus. So he's just got a gun. There are 2 pirates you can see a distance of 10 meters. Rise of good guys. Boris, you're the high-ranking officer. What do you do?
Ralph, what's the status on that machine? Is this terrible yet?
You don't even have to ask Ralph. It's obviously destroyed.
All
Then
right.
buzzed all the flinters, Captain.
Good. I am going to go ahead and try to radio control the ship over to us.
I need you to make a roll of speed transport. And then I need you to roll another d12.
Okay. Speed. Got my transport here. And here is the d12.
Okay. Dr. Corvus, when you're in the ship, suddenly the ship lurches and starts to fly. I need you to make a roll of body and transport. Because you are in the storage bay. 1 success. You do not have to fall out if you don't want to.
I choose not to.
Okay.
So it's taking flight, and I'm trying to fly it over to our protrusion.
Beneath the ship, not only is the rear the bomb bay doors opening, so you can drop this thing, but also you see a cloud of crystal dust as the ship snaps itself free.
Nice. And if I have second action, I'm going to guard. That's all.
I guess
Well,
we are.
no, one action to activate the remote and another one to fly the ship.
Okay then. So not guarding. I'm just standing there with
Well,
my
what
cool video helmet.
You flip up the little Waldos here in your fingers and you start doing this.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm standing there as a target then.
Okay.
Good. Turn over.
Your cover is Ralph and John.
Oh, my turn?
Yeah, the 2 of you. Yeah, you can see there's 2 space pirates, both of them with guns.
Could I take the one that was focus and try to trick him?
Sure. What do you do that's a trick?
Just kick a rock over that way to make noise like there's more of us coming to at least get him to turn his head.
You want to make a noise and try to distract him. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead. I believe that's a roll of speed and deceit, right?
I think it's speed, mind, and deceit. I'll look it up real quick.
All right.
Meanwhile, I'll let somebody else go.
And I'm just gonna open fire. I'll pick the one on the left.
Okay. He will return fire.
Highest is 6.
My highest is a 4. That's a hit. You'll shoot him for 1 point of damage. Ow! He'll soak it though. These guys are apparently hardened space veterans.
Like, yeah, we're gonna have to get out of here, Captain, pretty soon.
Ralph, you wanted to go ahead and try to distract me.
Yes. It's speed, mind, and deceit versus their speed, mind, observation, and questioning.
All right. There's also a range penalty because I'm far away.
All right. Long distance shot. You can do it.
You can do it. You're successful. He loses focus and becomes confused. What? I heard a noise. Is this place falling apart? Are there more of them?
All right.
Okay. Rise of
First
bad guys.
action was to guard, so it's all good.
Well,
And
this is a stunt, so you're dazed. So you guarded and did this.
yes.
Ugh! Crash, crash. Ah! I hate these crystals. They make me all nervous.
And we'll say Wally took a focus turn.
Okay. Actually, Wally's going to guard because he's worried people are going to shoot him.
All right.
And he's already been shot today. And he's correct because the one guy who isn't confused is going to go ahead and aim and shoot at John. John, Lancer. That guy, noises, whatever. We got to get these guys out of here. They're Space Patrol. You Space Patrolmen, die. He's going to try and shoot you, John. You can either shoot him with your gun or you could dodge with a bonus 2d8.
I'm gonna shoot back.
All right. Whoever rolls higher hits the loser. I rolled a whopping 5.
I rolled a 7.
You're the winner. That hits the guy. You do not shatter his suit, but you make him angry. Grr! He taps his frenzy soak. Why you? Zerk, zerk, zerk. And you guys do a heated exchange down the corridor.
Take that, space pirate.
And I guess and you're controlling the ship and Dr. Corvus is the bomb. So I guess that's the end of the heroes.
Yep,
Missile.
that's right.
Missile, not bomb.
Missile, right.
They'll be going out the back of the ship, not down some Bombay door.
Okay. Rise of bad guys. The one guy who's confused is going to retreat. There's more guys down here. The space patrol's coming. We gotta do something. Meanwhile, the other guy who isn't confused and just got shot is going to you stupid space patrol bastards, I'll get you. He is going to shrug, frenzy soak. He's going to go ahead and keep shooting at John. John, do you want to return fire or do you want to dodge with a bonus 2d8?
This time I will dodge.
I rolled a 4. In fact, that's, dodging is you're denying me my hit. My frenzy soak recharges if I shoot you.
Dodge, which is 2 successes, and you said another 2d8?
Well, you win because you have a 6 and I have a 4.
Yep.
So you're... Yep, you heard about These are definitely the veteran Space Patrol guys. Okay, nobody took a focus turn, so Captain, are you still trying to pilot the ship?
That's right. I'm trying to get it to the protrusion and get it down this entire shaft.
You're about 20% of the way there.
Woo! Since I don't need to take it out this turn, I will actually start guarding.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll.
Okay.
Same roll as last time, plus the bonus D12.
Let's take a look. Plus bonus D12.
Well, so extra.
Oh, yeah, the extra D12. That's right. I'm just going to put it into the roll.
Yeah.
That is another success.
All right, you're 40% of the way there.
You almost there.
Dr. Corvus, as the ship is flying over the larger crystalline ship and it starts moving, you can see there's astronauts on the ship. Yeah, are starting to look up and see that your ship is there since there's a bright atomic flume coming out of it. You're in a cargo bay that's exposed. What are you going to do with yourself?
I mean, I'm just waiting for the order to push my missile out, and
All right. You'll go ahead, I guess, and focus. Go ahead and make a roll of mind and observation. All right, back in the tubeway. Ralph, John, and Wally. You've still got one guy who's not giving up.
I'm just gonna keep shooting.
All right, he will return fire. Winner hits the loser. I've rolled a 5. Uh-oh. You've rolled a 7. That's a hit. Okay, now I'm panicked. He got me. I'm hit. So yeah, you'll shoot at him several times. Sparks will fly and he'll start waving wildly. On his turn, he'll probably flee. Ralph, are you gonna let him take a turn or you do something else?
Let's let him go. I'm gonna take a focus turn.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll of mind observation. Okay, with 3 successes, Ralph, you can hear that you guys are in the cylinder and you are shooting deeper down the cylinder here, but there's an access panel that's above you and someone has been slowly unscrewing it this entire time. You're about to be ambushed from behind.
Yeah, let's take a blow focus, take a control action on the radio to warn everybody.
Okay. Well, you can just warn the people who are here.
Okay.
Okay, so you tell everybody they're coming from above. You still have focus.
And I'm going to keep it and ambush them.
Okay. And I believe that, and Wally also focuses. I believe that's all the heroes. Rise of Bad Guys. Suddenly, the gate that's above you opens, revealing a space pirate. Does anyone want to interrupt me before I do Death from Above?
Well, the two people who were focusing, right?
That Ralph, that's you.
Yep.
Do you want to interrupt me?
Let's do it.
Okay, he jumps out and starts falling towards you, and you shoot at it. I have a 5.
I have a 6.
You shoot me.
Damage +0, so that's 1 hit. He doesn't soak any of it. Oh boy, poor man.
Nope. His suit doesn't break though. He's only panicked. So you shoot him, and he and tumbles and falls to the side of you.
Are there any more?
Yeah, there's another guy who's holding the grate open. There's another, and you rolled 3 successes. There's a third guy who heard the first guy. There's another guy in the shaft. When he heard that first guy get shot, he decides to take a focus turn and not even reveal himself.
All right.
Good idea.
The panicked guy is going to the space buccaneer who was shot earlier in panic. He's going to retreat out of line of sight. So the two of them are still down the hallway where you guys came in. It's all quiet on the Western Front. Sorry. On the outside of the ship, Dr. Corvus, I need you to make a speed and evasion roll, and you get to roll a bonus 2d12 and a bonus d8. As someone on the outside of the ship who heard that we're being invaded is taking a shot at you in the cargo bay.
Is that what I
Very
noticed
long
with my roll?
Oh, and yeah, you rolled how many successes?
1.
Yeah, you can see this guy shooting at you. But you're missed. I mean, they're shooting what the hell? There's a ship up there! Zark, zark, zark. I mean, they probably won't hit you, and they don't.
Just ground fire at the ship. It'll always work.
Well, the good news is it missed due to range, so even though it's wildfire, it doesn't hit the ship. But they're just shooting ray guns. They probably wouldn't
No,
hurt
it's
the
that
ship.
Judge Dredd moment from the first bad movie. What are you cowering for? The effective range of a blah 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 blah.
Boris, the ship is 40% in position.
All right, let's try getting it the rest of the way in position.
All right, roll those dice. All right, Ralph.
3 more successes, and it still works.
3 more successes. That the ship is now 100% in position. I assume you wanted to get it, so it's pointing inside the cylinder.
Right, so it's parked and we can get in.
Okay, so you fly. The ship starts flying in the cylinder.
Everybody, get on in.
All right, let's make a beeline for it.
Ralph and John, are you running towards the ship?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Oh, I guess I will do instead of doing a guard action because we actually got it here.
Wally will break focus to run to the ship.
Okay, I need you to go ahead. And...
Actually, wait. I will cover Boris and Ralph because I have the jetpack, so I could just fly to the ship quicker than both of them.
In theory, I mean, you can't.
In theory, as long as it works.
You can't fall to your death.
I would do the heroic thing and cover them.
2 successes to run.
Roll body, speed, and athletics. John, you stay behind to cover them. I need John to make a roll of mind. John, there's only one hostile you can see, and he's crumpled in a heap on the floor. Do you want to do mind observation and wait for anybody to show up? And you're saying go, go, go? Or do you want to shoot the crumpled guy? Or what do you want to do?
No, I'll just do a mind observation.
Go, go, go. I'll protect you.
Which gets me 1 success.
Yeah, 1 success. You start moving you start running down. As soon as you guys get to the glucinium polished cylinder, you discover that you can't, it's not metallic. It's not ferromagnetic. So your boots don't stick to it. And it's also glucinium polished. Whee! It's like the smoothest ice rink ever.
Just make a 0G jump. It'll be fine.
Or if you still have your Astro Soak, you can prevent yourself from flying off into space. Once.
Good thing I don't have that. I'll just have to not fail.
I'm thinking. Well, I've got some observations today, and John's saying, "Go, go, go! I'm going to cover you." Okay, so John, you have a held action. So down the corridor of the Space Buccaneers, a person appears. Do you shoot him?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and roll your shooting dice.
Oh, that's terrible.
It is terrible. You are shot for your trouble. You are shot for 2 points of damage. I need you to roll your body die, and I need you to roll a d8 from your spacesuit.
It's not endurance, or is it?
Oh, and then yes, also roll your endurance.
And I soak both of them.
Okay, but you still have to roll the suit die, which is a d8.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's what the mark is.
Okay, good. Okay, if the suit die comes up 1, your suit is hold.
It is a 5, so
Nope.
it's fine for now.
So you're fine. So, and you're hit, but you just like shake it off. The guy who was on the ground crumpled into a heap gets up and runs over to Lancer, brandishing his radioactive knife.
Well, look, unfortunately for him, I'm much better in physical combat than I am at shooting.
Okay, but that's the end of his turn because he has to move over to where you are. So, Rise of Good Guys. Lancer, you're in hand-to-hand combat with a man with a radioactive knife. Do you want to shoot him? Do you want to punch him? Or do you want to run away? Or do you want to do something else?
Is it possible that I can throw him into the other guy?
Yes, if you can win a roll of body and fighting.
Okay, then.
Oh, no, wait. The other guy? No, the other guy's 10 meters away. No, it's not. You can't throw him that far.
Okay.
You could throw him into the cylinder and he might slide out into space.
Then there we go. That's what we're going to try to do.
All right.
I'll take a cue from Boris.
All right. Well, you got to roll higher than my knife stab. 5.
5. So you want me to roll body,
Speed and fighting.
body, speed, and
'Cause you got
fighting?
pummeling, grappling, and overbearing.
3 successes, 7, 6, and 5.
Okay, you'll grab and throw him, and he starts to slide out into space.
I literally do one of those classic judo, pivot with his body weight move. It's just 0G and just watch him plummet.
I mean, first he'll spin through the air longer than he should. Then when he lands on the glassy on the mirrored surface, he starts to slide. He does not slide out into space though, because he does have Astro Soak, which he will tap when he gets to the edge and cling on to it. Man, I sure hope a rocket doesn't fly past my head with the retro boosters.
I sure hope a nuke doesn't go off nearby while he's holding on for dear life.
Okay, can I fly back to the ship now?
You active. Why don't you? What's the roll for airborne? Is it D8? Are you gonna make me look this up, Dr. Corvus?
Hold on, I'm on the aeroplane. Is D8? Yeah.
All right. First, Lancer, I need you to roll a D8.
In my defense, Hugo should have this written down.
You're right. My apologies.
Okay, you're fine. All right. You twist the nipple dials, atomic nipples to power, and activate this. I need you to go ahead and roll.
Forearm controls, thank you.
I need you to go ahead and roll speed and transport.
2 successes.
Whoosh! You fly off to the ship. 2 successes is enough to actually get to the ship because you don't have to run slick services.
Is there any possibility that I can grab Ralph and Boris by the scruff of their neck and
No,
We already ran to the ship first. We're there.
Yeah, no, because
Oh,
you threw someone this round,
Yep.
so no.
Gotcha. No problem.
Okay, you could fly to where they are and pick them up next turn.
Yes, that's what I will do.
Okay, so you fly to Wally, who is
Yay.
trailing behind.
Mhm.
Because if you had to choose between Ralph and Wally, everyone would be happy if you chose Wally, and you're not picking Boris up because Boris is freaking you.
Go ahead and try.
However, we are in microgravity, so I could pick him up.
That's true. I mean, I
I'm
do
gonna
still
explain
have
the
mass
difference
and
between-
inertia, however.
Between mass and weight some other time.
I got that.
I mean, I'm already being forgiving because your upgrade here is an aeroplane upgrade, and you're somehow flying in space.
In space, I got that. Don't worry. I'm not trying to be cheesy.
We had that conversation 2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, because we explained how reaction mass and whatnot.
Well, yes, but it should be a rocket then instead of aeroplane.
Well, I think we described it as a turbine, so it's pushing air back, which is still some sort of velocity generating.
But there's no air in space.
No, there's air in the pack. Compressed air pushing backwards. That's literally how ships do maneuver in space.
Well, they use rocket engines, but they don't call ships in space aeroplanes.
No,
That's
no,
not
I'm
what it-
talking about adjustment thrusters for like when the ship is aligning
Right.
itself with a docking.
But we should rename the upgrade because the upgrade is named aeroplane.
Yeah.
That-
You
Moving
can
on.
just change it to aerospace.
So what step were we on?
Moving on, I need everybody to make rolls of speed and evasion with the bonus 2d12.
Oh, okay.
You said 2d12?
I got
Yep.
a 10.
Okay, Boris, you're shot at and barely missed. John, no one is shooting at you.
Give me one moment to finish typing this up.
They're all gonna shoot for Ralph. The real danger.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay, I'm rolling for Wally, so I'm assuming that you're all getting in the ship and bailing out.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So none of you are hit by like some other guys show up and start shooting at you. None of you were hit by stray gun fire. I'm not even going to roll for Dr. Corvus, who's in the ship.
Right.
But yeah, you were shot at by some stray shots. You will there's someone trying to hail you on the radio, but no one is in the captain's chair or the pilot seat to receive radio calls.
I'm about to get into it, so
And so
Okay.
am I. I'm running straight to the pilot seat once I get on board.
So you guys run to the pilot seat. Is your plan to get out of here to return the radio call? Like, who is flying to get out of here? Who's returning the radio call? I assume Dr. Corvus is going to like launch the missile.
Yeah,
yeah.
launch the missile.
Lancer, you get on the flight control. I'll answer the radio.
All right, so the pilot needs to make a roll of speed and transport. And that's
There you go.
2 successes. Okay. Okay, so you activate the engines and start flying out of here. As you start flying out of here, some of the protrusions that are on the ship are indeed missile batteries. And they fire a couple missiles at you, but they miss because you are too good of a pilot.
Yeah.
The person answering the radio needs to make a roll of speed and academics.
Cool. I'm definitely going to be using the chair.
Oh my god.
And so it's 66, and do I need to also roll to activate it? Or
Hey,
it's
look
just
at
a
that.
different breakdown.
Look at that. 3 6s.
All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes and 3 6s as I
Okay.
answer the radio.
At first, you hear the voices answering. You will hear the familiar voice of Captain Waltoner saying, "This is the wings of Spinrad. We report multiple ships in your area, soon to be Thermion ships.
It's a whole fleet. You gotta get out of there."
We have 3, maybe more sightings. But as it starts to go on, your consciousness starts to swirl, and you start to see more possibilities. What happens if I do this? What happens if I go there? Somebody already posted the Rick and Morty in the chat. You like start colors under synesthesia. You start to have different memories, and you fall into a fugue state.
Oh my
All
god,
right.
reality's a lie.
The captain's last words before he goes fully comatose is, there's a fleet on the way, you gotta get out of here. And then
You gotta get out of here.
it's drooling.
Look, colors, young Saga, the 3 little burning eye.
Its
Um,
color is unlike any known or seen on Earth.
Thank God this isn't Lovecraftian, or this would be color out of space.
Ah, you got it.
I assume you wait till you get to a safe distance before you deploy the missile.
Yes, but basically we're on launch.
Purpose is on missile duty.
I mean, to be fair, safe distance is different for everybody.
Dr. Corvus,
Some of us are less exposed to radiation than others.
Are you going to? Well, you also are shielded by glucinium polishing. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to do a safe distance and wait, or do you want to do an unsafe distance?
Well, the thing is the missile is, self-piloting, basically. All I gotta do is command it to operate, because it's got the brain inside of it. So,
Right.
all I have to do is kick it out of the ship. And then,
Well, but are you telling it anything before you kick it out of the ship?
oh yeah, I'm giving it targeting telemetry to hit whatever reactor system that they've got, because I want to sort of nuke into a cascade.
Basically, the end of the tunnel where we were.
Are you going to tell it to wait until you're at until you're sure you're safe, or you're just going to say go for it?
I feel like I might have, had not the captain's last words to be, "We're surrounded, get out of there." It's like, it's gotta go now. Fire and forget, or never fire at all. So, go. Shoot.
Okay. I need you to roll a d12 and 66.
66. Oh, because it itself, right?
This is soaking for the ship, I think.
Wait, you didn't actually upgrade this with anything.
Yeah, no, because I used the brain that was not a wonder, but was a non-gadget.
Okay, well then roll the d12 for the sorry, I don't know why I rolled that. Then we would roll the d12 for the autonomous, and then we would roll the is there a breakdown die for the atomic bomb you put in it?
Well, it's unstable, so I guess technically.
Well, does unstable? I don't think unstable has unstable of a breakdown die with it.
Yeah, it does. Hold on.
Okay, so roll that too.
I guess gotta scroll up here. Unsafe. Unsafe is the one I meant. It has unsafe, which is breakdown of D6. Well, here I got the. I wrote that in the whole bomb. I don't need to look at everything. My breakdown dice are 3d6, d12.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll that then. Why are you not doing something? Do something.
D6, 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 d12.
Yeah, unsafe's actually a d8.
Hold on, I've got that covered as well. Don't worry about the one that I rolled. Where's it at?
Oh, yeah, unsafe is an extra d8, and if that rolls a 1, it goes off early.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. I've got this handled. I just got to see which soak I've got. Boffin soak.
Okay, so you tap that so it doesn't go off early.
Yeah, so I negate the breakdown.
That's exactly what that's for.
Yeah, that's why I took it early. I think it was my
good
first
use
purchase.
on the explosive.
It's what makes the high level thermion agents dangerous, because they also have it. So that's why when she's rolling 68 to shoot you, if she malfunctions once, she doesn't care. But if you beat her enough, you might make her tap that.
I wonder, now that I have this convergence of things, that it's a good time to ask. Savant, can I reroll that d12?
No, those aren't skill dice.
Well, yeah, but if I had skill dice, I wouldn't be able to use Savant.
A breakdown die is not.
It's a separate roll, I think, is what Rafferty is.
Yeah, go ahead and reroll it. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, it only matters because this is literally the attack die of the object. But technically, Savant, I don't think says anything about that.
Well, what's the roll to deploy a bomb? Because there's a roll to deploy a bomb.
No, one of those d6s might actually be that. Well, is there a die roll to deploy a bomb?
I think it's athletics.
It's academics when you're placing them yourself and not throwing
Yeah,
them.
and in any event, the bomb is self-directed, so your savant doesn't apply to that.
Well, shit, I literally just hit enter.
Okay,
hold on.
You deploy the bomb. Okay, so you guys fly away. You hear the wings of spinning red say there's multiple hostiles coming in. Your captain is zoned out, so nobody warns the wings of Spinrad that you're deploying an atomic weapon. You then fire the weapon at what is probably a safe distance. I'm a Martian made out of, I'm a Martian robot. I don't care. And you fire that into the glycinium polished cylinder surrounded by weird crystals, which still doesn't roll, which out of 12 dice still doesn't roll 3 6s. You guys are the luckiest bastards ever.
I don't know. I'll be willing to see what happened.
Well, what would happen is you'd fire the missile into the center of it, it would detonate. And because the glycinium polish is resistant to the atomics, the atomic explosion would be vented down the cylinder. Then that indeed goes into the crystals, which have limited redirecting policies, which means don't look at this. I mean, John pulls down his, shades.
You still have my goggles.
I've seen the explosion 10,000 times in my head, and every time it's beautiful.
So the explosion is diffracted, and it's a huge atomic explosion. And in theory, the ship would be able to resist that, but the explosion was kind of inside it, so it kind of ping-pongs around it. So there's going to be like a huge fulgurating explosion that radiates, and I need your pilot to make a roll of speed, will, and transport.
Speed, will, and transport?
Yeah, because, oh my god, what's happening? I'm so scared.
Ooh, only one success.
You only roll
Out of
one
4.
success. The ship is tossed around.
Wait, I can re-roll this. This is part of my
roll
plan.
one.
You can.
I'll roll the 1d6.
I know an atomic shockwave actually doesn't do anything
5.
in space. Okay.
2
So
successes.
The ship is tossed around, but it's not anything you can't manage. You, I believe, are a team player.
Yes.
Okay. I need everybody in the ship besides John to make a roll of body and transport with a bonus D12.
Hold on tight. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
I can't
That's
believe I
all the
did that.
need of my seatbelt.
Well, to be fair, you're strapped in by your skull.
Okay. Wally is okay.
I'm fine.
Thank you for the assist bonus. Dr. Corvus is not tossed out into space.
I mean, I'd be fine in space. It doesn't bother me.
Well, until the shockwave hit you.
That doesn't exist.
There's going to be a lot of ship-based shockwave.
Okay. So you're fine. Meanwhile...
I'm glad that wasn't Wally.
That's not Wally. No, I'm rolling for the wings of Spinrad.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no. We just bombed.
Okay, so a huge atomic explosion goes off that then bounces around itself and sets off into a fusion reaction. I'm techno-babbling here because I know that's a fusion bomb is a fission bomb that's painted. But it is a once-in-a-lifetime unique experience, Dr. Corvus. You've never seen a glycinium polish like that. You also theorized that your ship's glycinium polish would protect you from the radiation, and it sort of did.
Only slightly crazy.
You have a lot of interesting findings. You write them down in your journal.
I'm not the one with the journal. It's Captain Proteus.
Yeah, no, he has an internal memory.
Yeah, but what
I
about
don't write
Captain
anything down.
Lucille?
Okay. But unfortunately, some of the other, you can detect from your radar that some of the other Thermion ship, there's still hostiles out there. Specifically, there's at least 2 other ships, and the Wings of Spinrad is not responding to radio calls, and there's still 2 hostiles. Do you want to flee because you have a stealth ship? Do you want to try and stay to engage 2 hostile ships? Or, by the way, your captain is down.
that makes me in charge, and I am Buck Rogers, so I am just like, we're not leaving our wingmen. So as soon as we dodge the explosion, we swing back and try to find the wings of, I keep forgetting the name, but
Wings of Spinrad.
yeah, wings of Spinrad to back them up.
Okay, so you go
Someone
back.
someone get on the gun.
You go back to look for them and order someone to get on the gun. And by someone, I think you mean Ralph, because Doctor doesn't shoot.
All right.
Ralph, you are on the gun. I need you to make a roll of mine observation. And I need the pilot to roll speed and transport. Wow, this is exciting.
One success.
Okay, with one success, yeah, it looks like you did an atomic explosion and you fly off to where the direction you thought the wings of Spinrad would be. Ralph's got one success for spotting them. You don't see any sign of the wings of Spinrad. You can go back to the debris of where the mysterious pirate ship was. It's still glowing with a St. Elmo's fire, and the radiation detector in your ship, like the little needle on it, just gets pinned. So you decide to like go away. This would be a great role for Dr. Corvus to, like someone to comment, like, wait, I thought the glycinium shielding keeps out radiation. It does, and that's still pinned.
Yeah, at this point, I figure I'm just going in the last known location of where the wings are.
So you go ahead and start searching for them. Unfortunately, when you go to do that, Ralph, you have one success. A ship of mysterious manufacturer, possibly a Thermion ship, does a flyby on you. Do you want to return fire?
Let's get on the radio.
You're in the cupola. You're not at the radio seat.
Yep.
So you can tell the captain. You can see it, but do you want to return fire?
It'll ask the captain because that's up to him.
Well, your shot.
Colors.
Damn it. Well then.
Okay. Your ship is raked with fire. I need the pilot to make a roll of speed and transport.
3 successes.
I need you. You have 6s, and I have 6s.
Could we count the polishing as quote unquote cover?
I'm gonna say yes. You can. The shots hit your ship but bounce off because they are shooting you with atomic rays. Ralph asked if you want him to return fire. What do you say, Captain?
Yeah, open fire. We gotta find our wingman and get the hell out of here.
I need you to make a roll of speed, mind, and shooting.
May I aim first?
No, because you asked the captain for permission. That is a miss. As that one ship does a strafing on you. The radar shows another ship is moving into range. So it's this turn you will probably have to engage 2 ships. Back to John Lancer. John, you're the captain. Do you want to evade? Do you want to flee? Do you want to go offensive?
And there's no sign of the wings of
With only one success, no. But you are, it could be beyond Sinope, the moon. Also, don't forget there's the ring over there. It could have been knocked into the ring. If it's knocked into the ring, you'd have to do a close scan to find it. And that ring is huge, 700 Earths. Oh, and of course you have Dr. Corvus, who's in no position at all.
I am. I'm in storage.
All right.
Storage?
Dr. Corvus,
Dr.
I need
Corvus
you.
is closing the...
Close the cargo bay, get on the sensor, and find the wings of... I can't remember that stupid name for the life of me. Sorry. Finrad. Sorry. I'm going to write that down now.
All right. Be another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
These are really slow doors.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you'll have to wait until the door is closed, which is going to be like another turn.
You don't want all this radiation seeping in.
Okay, do you want to flee the area? Do you want to engage?
I guess we're going to take evasive maneuvers and head towards the rings.
Okay, you will take evasive maneuvers, make a roll of speed and transport. I'm not going to give your gunner any bonuses for that. Ralph, what is your highest transport die?
D8.
Okay, all of your attack dice are capped at D8. If you want to shoot, you can aim before you do it, but all of your dice are capped at D8.
Very low.
2 successes.
You make good time. Ralph, do you want to shoot?
Yes, aim
All
and
right.
shoot this time.
They will counterattack with their own atomic ray guns. I've rolled an 8.
As did I. We hit each other.
Simultaneous hit. You can't claim cover in a simultaneous hit, so we're both hit. Your ship is hit for 2 points of damage. Let me go ahead and roll its soak. Your ship soaks it.
Cool.
Their ship also soaks it. So you'll shoot each other, and you start heading into the rings. So you're going to go ahead and start looking for the spin rad. And you want to evade them. You have 2 successes. They do not pursue you into the. There's a second ship. So I should do the second ship's fire. The second ship shoots at you, and you are evading. So I need you to make a roll of speed and transport, and we give you a bonus D12 to the range.
Speed,
So that's,
transport. And I'm just going to add the D12 here. 1, D12.
Wow, they're rolling good in the shooting.
I roll a 7, an 8, and then 2 8s and a 7.
We have a tie, but as I said earlier, I let your glucinium shielding count as cover. And it holds. That's good. You will zoom into the rings. They pursue you for a little bit, but eventually they break off. Dr. Corvus, they have you on the scanner. I'd like you to make a roll of mind and observation. Do you have anything that helps you find missing spaceships?
Nothing that works in our radiation-rich environment now, no.
No. And unfortunately, Boris is still plugged into the machine. You're a little worried that if you unplug him, it might, melt his brain.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous of the fact that his left eye keeps twitching. And it seems to be
I wasn't using my brain anyway.
Really, I'd be more concerned that his left eye hasn't closed.
Boris is in the Altered States. You guys ever seen Altered States? Or Brainstorm? Brainstorm's better. That's got Christopher Walken in it. In one of his early roles.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, only one
I'm
success.
just seeing the entire cosmos at once in a coma.
Oh yeah, what? Shit, what is the one where he goes on like a cosmic journey in his head, and nobody knows if he is that the right one? Okay, it didn't occur to me until you were describing it. It's like, wait a second, there is a movie where he has that like journey, and everyone thinks he's just fucking crazy.
Well, there's Altered States where the guy like devolves and stuff. But anyway,
no, not talking about that one. I'm talking about because it's all like Pink Floyd music video when he's like out in the universe.
That's Brainstorm. It's got some impressive optical effects. With one success, you don't see any immediate sign of the wings of Spinrad. It might the atomic radiation plus the bizarre backwave of the explosion. No one's ever detonated a experimental volatile explosive inside a polished cylinder next to an unknown crystalline element before. It could be anything.
I think I got a future in the R&D department of, weapons development.
So I think this is an excellent cliffhanger to end today's adventure on. I can't wait for you to submit your report to Captain Proteus.
Sorry, sir. We had to go weapons hot on this one.
Yeah, so the Wings of Spin Router mystery, you observed that the device is changed into something else, but you're not exactly sure what. And you discovered a Thermion agent.
I just assumed it wasn't operable anymore.
Yeah, but what did you transform it into?
Scrap.
That-
Slag, I think, is the word.
But what kind of slag? Because you know, depleted uranium is technically slag.
Sure. So now you're saying is that before they had a super weapon that fired a very complex beam, and now they have a depleted uranium shell for space orbital drops.
If it's hollow, you could put an engine in it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want it to be hollow. You'd want it to fill up something so it has an added mass, so that when you drop it from space, it does,
Also true.
like
Yeah,
a tungsten shell from orbit.
I think this is awesome, kind of astounding science, big science adventure. So I think that is actually a good note. So let's go ahead and remind us who our heroes are. Boris, what was your motto?
My motto is let nobody hold you back.
Not even, yeah.
Not even guardrails on your space station.
That's definitely experience point for you. Dr. Corvus?
Eureka!
Eureka! That's definitely a huge Eureka moment. So that's 1 XP for you. Ralph?
When the door closes, open a window, break a window.
Someone did break a window and you broke them. So that's a point for you. And John Lancer.
Never give up, never surrender.
I like the way you think. So everybody gets an experience point for rereading their mottos. Next, we'll go ahead and have the debriefing. So I've got some notes for me where I think I need to do some more like notes on what we call a wondrous invention or something like that. This was the test for it. What do you think this is going to work? That we just the weirdo inventions have a chance to have bizarre backfires?
I like it.
I definitely like it. It definitely harkens back to the rest of the occult horror kind of stuff, where you have the 66 soaks and something terrible could happen or something like that. And I love that stuff. So it's
Yes,
great
it
to see
definitely added it. We were all waiting to see what the complication was, and so yeah.
I'm thinking what we currently in the urban jungle rules. Well, I guess you can take improved trait multiple times. We don't let people take gifts. I'm thinking maybe we should let people take Astro Soak multiple times because Astro Soak is pretty wimpy when it comes to soaks. It's only 1 point.
Mhm.
So, spending all your points on Astro Soaks isn't really going to help you. And that would solve the problem that Star Child doesn't get Astro Soak. So if we just let Star Child get Astro Soak, then you could start with you might stack Astro Soak with Astro Pirate and get 2 Astro Soaks. But who cares, right? I mean, it's like
Right.
2 points of soak.
That's
So
a good solution.
I think we'll do that, and that way Star Child will start with Astro Soak, and so you'll actually have it. Because that came up last session, and I think you got a good point.
Yeah, and then I won't fly off into space like everyone else did here.
Well, Astro Soak was a late addition because I was musing over because it's you
Right,
want
so this
the
is a
game to have
technopath idea.
you want to have these space hazards, like if you fail a spacewalk, you fly off into space or get flung into space. You want that to feel dangerous, but on the other hand, if it's fail one roll and die instantly, that's no fun. So a lot of games will nerf that and say, well, fail one roll and die instantly. Obviously, I can't make it that way. I'll just lie about that. But now we've taken away the fatality. If you can't die, it's not dangerous. And so Astro Soak is the compromise behind that of you're a trained spaceman. Like I like when we were on the space Ganymede station and Ralph, who is not a spacer, could have been seriously injured when the airlock blew out. But that works better for Ralph, who's not a spacer, as opposed to Boris, who's supposed to be.
Right, where I'm used to these kind of dangers, so I just tap them and go, hey, yeah, I've been here before.
Right, and that is how Boffin Soak's supposed to work, the way Dr. Corvus demonstrated it, where he can get out of one breakdown free. Some of the NPCs have that. So, of course, if you want somebody's devices to break down, just punch them repeatedly.
There's definitely a very interesting kind of train of thought coming out of these specific soats between Boffin and Astro, where you could specialize in your particular type of danger.
I am.
Yeah, that was something that was hinted at in some earlier games, and because it was kind of hinted at where, like, if you play a game like Dungeons and Dragons, when you level up, you get more hit points. So I'm a wizard.
Right.
I read more books, and now I can fall 80 feet and survive. And take 3 stabs to the face. It's so on the one theory, it's the more you level up, the more hit points you have. We had wanted to make a system a long time ago, which was like, well, what if we did the opposite of this? To instead of like the penalties, because I'm not a big fan of that.
Right.
Like game systems that say, well, okay, I've taken 15 points of damage, so I have a -3 to everything I do. Well, that's no fun because I have to remember I have -3 to everything, and also now everything I do sucks, so people just don't want to get hurt at all. Whereas this, I think, feels a little more organic, where it's I'm better at space stuff. If I get hurt, I can lose this, but it's also like you're tapping it to lose it. Like you feel like I'm getting out of this danger. That you feel like I'm skilled at being in space, or I'm skilled with gadgets, so I'm tapping this to get rid of this. So
Right.
yeah, I think that's what we wanted to go for.
Mhm.
So that's why Dr. Corvus isn't that worried about the first failure. He's worried about the second failure. I don't think we'll let you buy multiple Boffin soaks because I think it takes the fun out of it. But I think multiple Astro soaks, I think, is
I mean,
appropriate.
I also have the tester soak, so if I get injured by my own thing, that's being a little loop.
Well, tester soak doesn't prevent a breakdown.
No, but I mean, it is its own. It has its own interleave. Sorry.
It recharges whenever you experience a breakdown.
Yeah. Which adds
Wait,
to the
wait.
other thing.
Which is a little surreal, but it's that was put in there to encourage you to get breakdowns. That's part of the fun. So, all right, and any questions? I mean, I know we have to write down more of the space combat stuff, but hopefully the space combat's feeling exciting without being too abstract.
Right. So far, it's simple and makes sense enough. It basically is the same as a normal combat round. You shoot back, or you dodge.
Well, we have to make people choose positions in the ship for stuff to
Mhm.
do, which I think
Right.
helps solidify that. And you notice, like, when I have to do action orders, I'll often do it in rank order because I think that makes it feel more like a something paramilitary or whatever, where the captain gives their orders and then people can respond.
Right.
Okay. Any other questions about how stuff was going?
No,
I'm
it was
good.
pretty fun this time around.
Yeah, pretty good. I can't wait for Captain Proteus to come back. I love it when you so you guys like nukes. You met a new civilization and set off the
A
biggest
nuke
atomic
in their
explosion
sky.
in the history of anything.
I'd say it was a fruitful endeavor, sir. Wouldn't you?
Yep. And if Boris wants to buy psychic powers after this, you've got an excuse now.
Oh boy, psychic powers. Maybe I'll go do that.
I mean, the book does mention
I am
occult
one experience off
horror
from
as
being able
a
to do
thing
it,
to
though.
be able, so it's
Yeah.
good.
Yep. Now, Dr. Corvus is an alien horror. He's got alien soak.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
I'm a mix. I was literally thinking about getting the magnetic one too, so it's kind of ironic that came up. I wasn't able because I
Oh,
chose
yeah, the
Savant over it.
Mhm.
Savant didn't even come into
yeah.
play.
So yeah, if it's the end of a chapter, that's an extra experience, and I'll be able to pop that, and that'd be funny.
Okay. Well, yeah, sure. We'll give everybody an extra experience, but everybody got 3. So right down, you got 3.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, let's see. Well, you went to the station and you blew the thing up.
Yeah, dealt with the total conversion weapon. I dealt with it. We dealt with it. I mean, I'm sorry.
You guys dealt with it. I need you to choose carefully. I'm not talking to Dr. Corvus. Okay? But I'm going to give you the gift. All of you get this gift. Insider with the Saturnians.
Ooh.
It gives you a bonus D12 when you have to deal with the Saturnians.
Sell
which
the
you
back.
might still have to do.
What, you mean like explaining a war crime? I'm good. I'll sell it back.
Dr. Corvus doesn't have to explain anything to anybody.
Look, I am counting on the Flash Gordon version of Operation Paperclip to save me. I just got done watching The Imitation Game.
Wow, that's a good movie. I'm
It was.
always a big fan of early stuff. Any other questions or stuff? Or
I'm good.
I'm
I
excited
guess
for this.
Oh
Go
no,
ahead.
I do have one. On the psychic power suggestion, would you suggest just popping urban jungle, or do you actually did you make a science one?
No, I mean, I would go to occult horror and use that stuff. I mean, like, okay, like
Yeah,
you
so
may
that'll
notice.
be a bit of exploring.
Did
Then.
any of you guys notice the Scientology references I was dropping?
No, the
No.
only thing that I noticed was the Planet X. There's a strange guy there. Maybe use your occult horror book to describe him a bit.
Yeah, you can use. I would use the powers that are in occult horror, but basically, like
I mean, we're in the
a
flying
lot of
B-52 bombers, so.
the stuff that's in occult horror, such as extrasensory perception and clairvoyance, is like inspired by the weirdo occult science of the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
Now, since we're in pulp science of like the 40s and the 50s, like they didn't want to. They wanted to. They kept trying to wrap more and more pseudoscience labels around it. So they didn't want. That's why they use phrases like remote viewing and psychokinetic energy, because that sounds more like science and less like, let's pierce the veil of Maya, and summon our Brahmin to actualize. It sounds less, spiritual and more
I
scientific.
loved the book Galactic Journey, which is supposed to be a real account of somebody doing the TM, Transcendental Meditation version of remote viewing, where they view aliens and greys and Jesus and Buddha on the Galactic Council.
Yeah, so we're looking more at like Dune than like, a cult film or something.
Well, Dune and
Yeah.
because Dune and Scientology have the same theory, which is that you could advance psychology to the point where you could effectively read people's minds, because you could read their body. You could just read their body language so well, you know what they're thinking.
Yeah,
And
that
then-
TV show, Lie to Me.
Lie to me. And then your psychology would be so good that you could just, you know exactly after you met someone what to say to totally convince them of anything you wanted. I mean, that's like, and we're getting to anime levels of I know exactly what card you're going to do because I memorized.
Yeah,
your
well,
deck.
I mean, in the Dune defense, I mean, there was also like the fact that there was no artificial intelligence or computers, so people were literally becoming human
They had
brain
the
computer.
train.
So there was at least a setup of like people have been training their mental discipline to the point where they could do things like this.
Where we could, right. And I mean, I'm not dismissing that's a conceit of the setting. Usually when you run into after Dungeons and Dragons and a bunch of other stuff started coming out, psychic power started to turn into me beaming energy from my brain.
Well, as someone from the AD&D world, like psychic psionics ended up being really like a dirty word because people were like, what is that, an alternate magic system? And people who were into psionics were like, no, this isn't like magic at all, it's mental energy. And it was like, yeah, it's just spells.
Well,
Like,
it
it's
is
just
an alternate. It is an alternate because magic was killing the world of Dark Sun, so that's why they use psionics. Yeah.
And that
well,
was
no, I'm
one of
just talking about in the classic like Faerun standard Dungeons and Dragons world.
Well, that was
back up
launched in Dark Sun, though.
And I want to back up even further than that. There were science fiction editors like Joseph Campbell who started calling it psionics because that sounds better than magic, because it's a different word. It's like when you get to anime
sounds scientific.
Yeah, when they start like, well, it's not Eureka 7. What is that show with the altars? I don't know. You're always watching anime and it's always like Alter or Rhina Sapien or Esper.
Because Eureka 7 was a mecha anime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gundam
so
Wing has
Eureka
new
7.
types, which I think we've gone over before.
Yeah, new type.
Yeah, because new types do have like a little bit of precognition and other weird stuff.
Right. But right, and so they were just using that. I mean, if you guys really wanted to buy psychic powers, this is, we've play tested enough of the game that I'm convinced it works. So if you wanted to get weird, and I mean, there's no reason we can't mix the occult stuff with this. And especially, I'm a big fan of the Lensman series, which, have you guys ever read Lensman? It is crazy.
Sorry, I was thinking Lensman of Gore. I was just combining two things together that don't exist. No, wait, Lensman of Gore does exist. What am I talking about?
Oh God, I don't even want it. But like Lensman is like, Dragon Ball levels of power ridiculousness. It's awesome.
Oh, Rafferty.
Yeah.
if I were to say sell back or retrain this insider, not insider, but it is insider, isn't it? Okay. Sell back the insider we just got with a total of 8 XP, buy 2 marks in shooting. Now, would
Okay.
that let me use my favorite brace of pistols? Or
Sure.
okay,
You could say your favorite was shooting both of these pistols,
okay.
and you could be a 2-gun kit.
Hmm.
That's Tarnsman of Gore, not Lensman.
That's what I said. I just looked it up. It's like, oh no, I'm remembering. Maybe I do remember Lensmen, but I just mixed it up with Gore in my head.
That's funny that you mentioned that because Gore takes place on a counter Earth, on an Earth that's the opposite.
Yes, it does.
of
With
Earth. So,
alien priest kings and almost Wookiees meet critters type space aliens as well.
yep.
Oh,
There's
boy.
counter Earths are pretty. And as I always like to point out, the entire Avengers Infinity War originally comes from a counter Earth in the comic books.
Oh, yeah.
But no, that
guess-
was fun. So
Mhm.
eventually, Astounding Science will be out. We're assembling it. As you can see, it's a lot of fun, and so we'll have that assembled. It is already, when we're recording this, the first week of December. So we've got Ironclaw, Book of Corals, this game, and Vital Hearts. So I have a lot of work to do. But we're getting there, guys. We're getting there, and we're gonna have some exciting stuff next year. Anything else we want to hype? What's coming on at 6?
Nothing today.
Nothing today, unfortunately.
Nothing today. It's free reading time. Just sit down and read your own book in unstructured time.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to hype?
Not yet.
Okay.
My brain just failing, so unfortunately not.
Well,
no hype
it's
today.
It's twitch.tv/Raktus, where we play like really cool games and original. So
yeah, remember to like, subscribe, hit the follow button, send a gift sub, and post us on social media, and then take us to your YouTubes and
yes,
Comment,
do
hit the
all the
doobly
Press that
doo.
like button
Right
and
here.
subscribe.
all the streaming media. So thanks everybody for coming and watching us work through this. Sanguinegames.com. Come check us out, and thanks.